Wow, here we are, pipeline.
That taxi driver, he said it was like, what, double overhead, and he was what?
He was pretty short, so that's not that big.
It looks like way easier than in the movies.
Oh, what do we have here?
Are you gonna put your leash on your wrist or your foot? Let's freaking go.
Hey, I'm Kaimana from the Vulcan Pipe House. It's 2020. We want everyone to have a good time, but we don't want you to put anyone else in danger. You're not ready to paddle out here, so go over to Turtle Beach and really get to know the ocean first.
You took that class, right?
Yeah, on .com.
I mean, just because it's our first time out here doesn't mean we don't know what we're doing.
It looks pretty safe.
How do you know it's safe?
Well, this avalanche beeper hasn't gone off once. It looks like that guy knows what he's doing. He has super nice gear too. It's like the buddy system, I'm pretty sure.
Good idea. Hey buddy, can we follow you?
I think it's awesome that you want to get out into the backcountry, but you might have to be a little more honest with yourself and where you're at right now. I'd say that there's 3 things you should probably focus on before you consider heading out there right now.
With the current restrictions on resorts, we're expecting a lot of new participants in the backcountry this year. Owning the best gear and taking some classes just isn't enough. Education supplemented by experience is going to be the winning combination.
First off, take a class, and I'm talking about an in-person, professionally taught avalanche awareness class. And even after you've taken that class, that's just the beginning. You're embarking on a journey of a lifelong relationship with Mother Nature, and being able to stay in tune with that is extremely important. There's nothing more valuable than trusting your gut feeling, because even if you check the weather, even if you check the avalanche report, even if you're proficient with all of your equipment, at the end of the day, you have to be able to check in with yourself and know whether today's the day or not.
One of the things that I take really seriously about traveling in the backcountry is the fact that my crew is my lifeline if something goes wrong. So while you're choosing your crew, your group of people to go out into the backcountry with, consider the fact that these are going to be the people who are going to save your life in that bad situation.
On the North Shore, they've had decades to figure out how they want to regulate beginner surfers, which leaves the snow community with an interesting question. There's been a rapid increase in people traveling in the backcountry, and not only do we want to make sure everyone has a good time, but how do we want to make sure everyone has a safe time as well?
So this is everything that I pack for a day out in the backcountry. Everything has its own place and is easily accessible. A shovel, probe, a saw that's inside my shovel handle, tourniquet, first aid kit, extra water, heated vest for extra warmth, emergency blanket, extra set of gloves, ski straps, the everything tool, lightweight rope, extra hat, extra snacks, satellite phone, webbing, couple carabiners. And the inside padding for the vest acts as a splint.
And most of all, the beacon. You want to have a beacon that's in good working order and is with you. Get to know your beacon. It is not an avalanche detector. This will help me find you should you be buried in the snow in a tree well, in a creek hole, or in an avalanche debris pile.
So as the season ramps up, who's in your crew? It's up to you to be responsible in the backcountry.
The key is knowing when is the right day and the right spot for you to go when it's going to be safe for you and your ability and your experience.
Plan B, as far as I'm concerned, is the biggest thing you can have in the mountains, where not only what's going to go right, but what are you going to do when everything goes wrong.
Avalanche, avalanche, avalanche.
I'm so lucky.